gentlemen, this is the main event on the main stage. I know you guys are ready for this. Please put your hooves together. Moderating our panel today will be We Are Bored from Ponyville Live, and he will have with him Maryke Hendrikse, voice of Gilda the Griffin. Voice of Gilda the Coffee. Gotta have the coffee. We will also have Cathy Weseluck, voice of Spike the Dragon and Mayor Mel. Please give me your best yeah for Michael Dobson. And finally, Rebecca Shoichet, singing voice of Twilight Sparkle and Sunset Shimmer.
You're there. He's there.
Hey, every pony, what's up, man? It's good to see everybody. How you doing? Good?
How is the crowd out there? I need to give a shout out to Line Monkey. So you guys? How are you enjoying the con? How are you enjoying the con?
It's good.
Good? Having a lot of fun?
Yep.
Got to see some sights?
No.
Sights.
Sights?
These. We've seen the inside sights.
This room a lot. The vendors hall is amazing. Have you guys been to the vendors hall? I just recognized some faces here who were at Pony Stock last night. Right up front row. Oh my gosh, some amazing dancers. That was a fun show. Thanks for coming, if you were there.
Love your costumes.
Yeah, you guys look great.
You have wonderful, yeah, there's a lot of great cosplays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find one in particular.
I see a twirling hat.
I see a vinyl scratch.
There's a rainbow dash over there, look. There's probably a ton of them.
Do we have any spikes?
Wait.
Do we have any spikes on the audience?
Yeah, where's the spikes? Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Woo! Awesome, yeah. Go purple and green.
Are you Applejack at the back? I can't see. The lights are very bright over there in the corner. Hey, Derpy.
Derpy is best muffin pony.
Saw a couple of flims and flams.
Oh, yeah.
Flins and flams. I don't know if you're in here now, but yesterday.
Some lovers of Pinkie Pie. Yes.
Millions of Pinkie Pies. Lots of rainbow dashes.
What have been your favorites
And
so
lots
far?
of Fluttershies.
There's a Fluttershy.
Yeah.
What are your favorite cosplays you've seen so far? I know the contest is right after this
So
panel.
many.
It's right after this panel? Oh, yeah. I saw.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Wait, the
It was an amalgamation of.
What's the bad guy's name? John's character.
Discord.
It was a Discord and Q combo. He was wearing a Star Trek jersey and then had different legs and stuff built on. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
There were real twins who were Flim and Flam.
Yeah!
That's awesome.
Zach and his brother.
Yeah.
You guys are so talented, though. Like, really, it's just
Yeah.
like phenomenal. Like, we see some of the sketch work.
Talk
like
in
the
your
art,
microphone,
the-
boy.
Hello.
You'd think he was is he a voice actor, really?
Yesterday on one of the autograph sessions,
Yeah.
every time you did that, I jumped 3 feet out of my seat.
And I fainted.
He needs his own autograph room. So it's not to fry Cathy.
What you're saying is,
It's not weird that Jim and Jay thought of me for the role.
No, it's not weird at all.
Only in some
Wait a second, let's just bring in Dobson.
But you know what? You know what? I'm kind of loving it because this guy's got total muscles, right? And like, look at mine, okay? See, wait. Looking good, looking real good.
Yeah.
Pose it, Spike.
Can't grow a mustache yet, though.
Guys,
Thank goodness.
Keep working on it.
Give yourself another 4
Give me
years.
so, yeah, give me a few years. Right?
and a blonde mohawk.
Yeah, right.
All right. How about a couple standard questions? You know, maybe this is someone's first time at a convention, and maybe someone would, you know, like to know how you guys got into voice acting.
Being weird.
Spending lots of times in the hallway. It's cool.
Yeah, that's key right there.
Appreciate that.
You want actual answers?
That would be nice. Yeah.
I fell into this. I didn't know what voiceover meant even. And I was actually working at the CBC as a new associate producer. I was a newbie. I was 20-something, early 20s. And I got a promotion to go to Vancouver for a couple years to be an associate producer for radio music department. And the host said, "You got a really nice voice. Have you ever thought of doing voiceover?" And I said, "Voice what?" And he said, "Voiceover." And I was like, "Nope." And he said, "Well, you know what? I'll help you make a demo and we'll get that going and then you should try, go out and do that." I said, "Oh, that sounds like a fun hobby." And so I started to do it. I made a demo and I was like, "Oh, that's great. Now what else do I have to do here? Blah, blah, blah." And then it just took off and I was like, something's happening. Something's going on here. And here I am many years later. I'm a glacier. I'm of the Neo-Sape, whatever the eras are that are, never mind, let's move on.
But
That's my story.
I took a workshop with Cathy, actually, when I first moved to Vancouver.
right.
A long, long time ago.
Didn't you guys too? The Dobson didn't, one of your,
And she's a really good teacher. If you ever see a
they
Cathy
don't admit it,
Weseluck voice acting
right.
workshop and you're into voice acting, go with
forget.
Cathy.
I really do forget. But I have to personally say, and I say this to Rebecca, and she's like, "Oh my God, again?" But I think she has the most beautiful voice in the universe.
Yeah,
and
great voice.
to hear her singing on Pony just makes me, I don't know, but I'm serious. I really, it's true. I just love it. No, seriously.
Yeah, it's great. Whenever, like last night was great to listen to.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Well, it's super fun to be able to sing such great, well-written music. I got to thank Daniel Ingram for that. Like he's got some amazing talent and a talented team too. Like he's got arrangers and producers that work with him that take some of his ideas and make them soar. The orchestration, like Stefan, and oh my gosh. So it's just really, it's easy to sing the lyrics that the writers write and the melodies that Daniel writes. And also he takes my voice into consideration, which is really cool.
That's great, yeah.
Like he's gotten to know me and spent enough time working with my singing voice and saying, okay, well this range would be really nice for Rebecca, or this is a really good Twilight sounding lick or line or something that he knows that I can do well and shine at. So it's kind of nice to have somebody write with your voice in mind. It's really special. Cool. It's very special.
And ranges are a big deal. Like if they don't write music within your range, it's tough to hit the notes, and it's a real challenge. So they have to really be on the ball with that. And yet this one has quite the range.
And we all want it to sound good. We want the end product to be amazing for you guys, because that's why we do it. We do it to produce incredible art that you guys can enjoy. So we try to do our best. So hopefully it's not too hard. Not too low.
Have you guys had an inspiration in the field of voice acting? Is there somebody you met, or have you just kind of pioneered your own path?
I think it's more like broader than that in the sense that it's performing, period. When you guys say it, I think as artists, I think one of the things, I guess one of the misconceptions about being a voice actor is that people think that you just do voices, and it actually isn't anything to do with that. It's having an acting background. A background in theater is a huge asset because it gets you, puts you in a position where you take risks. You have to learn dialogue. You have to be off book when you're on stage. There's things that happen when props fail and things like that.
And then your fears too, right?
Where you have to all of a sudden go, oh, okay, that didn't work, and you got to quickly think on your feet to think about what's. And everybody's in tune with that on stage, which is great. But definitely, it's about being an actor, and I think it's. Just any opportunity to perform in any facet of the business is something that we really gravitate to, and this is like a part of it, I guess, because a lot of us also do other things too. But I think definitely, if anybody's interested in getting into this, it's about creating characters. It's about sort of getting into the body, like embody those characters and bring them to life. Like they have their little idiosyncrasies and they have their things that make them tick, and it's bringing that to life. A lot of times they just refer to it in voice acting as just bringing it off the page, and it's just that. It's just learning to take risks. And and the wonderful thing about this business is that if you take a risk and it not necessarily works out, you'll always be applauded for it, and that's the wonderful thing about it. It's like, because people get it. If you're throwing ideas at people like producers, writers, directors, they love you for that.
Yeah.
And so that's a wonderful place, like a workplace to be in, where originality, like individuality, originality is celebrated. So I mean, we're pretty fortunate to do this, I think.
Right. Yep. And to extend off of that, when you go too far, a director or a producer can always bring you back from that place, but as long as it's based in truth, like a truth for the character, like a true emotion, like fear or rage or whatever, the director can always hone that and shape it. Once you've given them so much, they can pull you back, they say. So it's about giving from your source.
Yeah. So that's the cool thing. It's like that. The one thing that everybody has different from one another in this room is their individuality, and it's what you bring to the table when you come into the room. So that's a wonderful workplace where you just come in, like, just be you, because what makes you tick is your signature. It's like that's the way that you approach your work, approach your craft. That's your skill set. And so so I'm just saying to everybody, I guess, is just like, it's like, celebrate who you are. Get out there and let everybody know who you are, for anybody that's interested. And you know what, in any workplace, really, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like trust your instincts and follow your dreams.
I think you should do that, but I think you also have to have a little bit of practicality in there too, and be aware of the format you're working with, because you can't be down on yourself if you don't get the job.
Yeah.
And you have to sort of see it as almost a 50%, 50-50 once you get the ball rolling kind of scenario. So I've always said when I've been teaching, that it's a bit of a crapshoot. You go out there, you do the best you can. It's true, and and having cast and directed in my background, I mean, and for many years, you can see how things have the things that stay the same and never change, and the things that do morph. And one of those things is that the people that are making the decisions, which aren't usually the casting directors, it's usually the clients, they're really thinking, what shade of green do I want? So every actor comes in with really great ideas, really good approaches, really good choices, but then you have to let that go, and then it's up to them to make a decision amongst what they know that you don't know, what the characters look like, or you know that to a point, or how they're supposed to move, or what the storyline is in more detail than we know. You have to give that up. So that's the crapshoot part of it. You do your best, do what you can do, try not to worry about anybody else, enjoy what you're doing, and have a little shade of practicality in there. You shouldn't be giving up your entire life and putting all your money into this. You should have something to fall back on to start with. It's importante.
Yeah.
That was like I guess a cultural thing I just did there. I said importante. That wasn't that wasn't American. It wasn't Canadian. It was another nationality.
Super Euro. It was super Euro.
Yeah,
Super Euro.
that's right.
Mars and Ease.
Yep.
Mars and Ease.
Yep.
One, to kind of echo what they're saying, one of my favorite quotes is, it's how you handle the misses, not the successes, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, go ahead, sorry, Cathy, go ahead.
I want you to continue, but because my mom just says it's how you catch the hard ball.
Yeah. It's, most of us, we've all been doing this for a long time, and the people that we work with in Vancouver, it's a great community, and I find myself regularly inspired by the things that are happening like beside me on the mic with other people that I'm working with. But you do have to know that you can have a successful career and say, be successful 25% of the time, maybe, if you're lucky, 20%, 15%. So out of every 100 auditions, and I've been on thousands of auditions, thousands in a 25-year career, I've probably booked 20% of what I've auditioned for. So you're failing 80% of the time. You can't look at it as failure. It's just a process.
You just have to know that's the nature of the beast.
It is
when
the
you go in
nature
there.
of it.
And if you know that, then, there's nothing to really be upset about, really, because you have to know that that's just part of the nature of it.
Yep.
Even if you have a full-time 9-to-5 job, you don't know if your job's not going to be there anymore. You have no idea. So there's always this element of the unknown.
We have a little more of it, but...
we have a lot more of it, actually. But you still have to
there's
have
a lot
that.
less security in the arts in that way.
Of course,
Because you're always perpetuating that work ball. You always have to keep motivating yourself and keeping your head above water, keeping your emotional spirits up so that you can plug ahead with your business side of things. It's very,
Can we talk about the fun stuff now, please?
We were talking about who inspired us.
I was going to echo what Maryke said, because my inspirations, I have to say, coming into this business kind of a little bit late, because I've mostly been singing for my professional career. Are you guys doing something funny back there? What's going on? Okay.
Nothing?
Is that I go into a room and I look at all these people who are acting around me, and I just love to soak it all in. I'm learning all the time. I watch the actors around me and I'm like, wow. Like I just find myself blown away, and often covering my mouth so I don't laugh out loud while we're recording, because you actually have to be really quiet in the recording studio while other actors are acting.
Yep.
Or it gets picked up. But I've occasionally gone.
I've ruined a take for sure.
So I know.
That was me.
Oh, go ahead. You have something to add?
No,
Nothing to add? All right.
In the studio going, just laughing and ruining takes. It's bad.
I do want to say that when you asked about inspiration,
Oh, yeah.
I again didn't think I was going to do this, so I didn't really think about it. But if there was someone I would admire, it would be good old Mel Blanc, the ancient. I mean, he's the guy, right? And so you think about that, and I tell the story over and over again, but we had a director that, his name was Gordon Hunt, and he directed Mel Blanc when he was close to his deathbed, actually, in LA. Wow. And he was the kind of man who performed right to the end from his hospital room. So anyway, and the story goes, I can't remember who it was, because I don't know if it was his son-in-law or somebody, but he went into a coma, I think, for some time, and then the only way that he came through it was when he was addressed as Bugs. And there was some motion to his response or something.
Yeah, apparently he just came out of the coma and just went, yeah, what's up, doc?
Not quite.
No, seriously.
He did?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of that's the continuation of the story then.
They said, are you in there, Bugs? And he connected it, and it brought him through his coma, which is pretty cool.
So you see how that works? It's something below the surface. There's so much more going on. Yeah.
I know you guys have been asked many times before, like, how have you reacted to the fandom? But how have your friends and family kind of reacted to what you are now flying across the country to go to?
There's so much to say.
Yeah, the easiest.
My family thinks it's awesome.
Your family's here.
It's totally awesome.
They came down. Yeah.
Go ahead, Maryke. Go for it.
How's your son enjoying it?
Huh?
He's loving it. We're having so much. You guys are just. What I love about this is that you practice what you preach.
Yep.
You know, it's like you guys are real. It's it's so wonderful to be part of something where, they say friendship is magic, and you guys actually live that. That's your credo. I see so much, just, in the Twitterverse, people might tweet, I'm having a glum day, or this happened, and all of a sudden, a flood of tweets come in from everybody from all over the world, just going, hey, cheer up, dude, blah, 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 this, and blah, blah. And it's just wow, why can't the rest of the world be like this? Yeah. It's just you guys are amazing, seriously.
That's right, all of you are awesome.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something, Maryke?
Yeah, for me, I've been acting since I was a kid, young teenager, and I'd been, working on a performing career, and I know this sounds ridiculous, since I was about 5. It was always my ambition. So, my dad has watched me do all sorts of things in my career. I was in Phantom of the Opera many, many years ago in the production in Toronto, and I played the monkey in Masquerade. So after you've played the monkey in Masquerade, my dad, when I told him about this, he was like, okay. It's really just another sort of aspect of being an actor. So my dad thinks it's interesting and takes it in stride. I've pointed my friends to some of the YouTube videos of the panels and stuff, and they find it interesting. And they're like, wow, this is interesting. And what the thing that Michael was saying is how much positivity and openness is in the community, and I think they're pretty impressed by that.
You don't see it a lot in programming anymore, and I think that's a shame. A lot of shows, even directed at really young people, seem to think it's funny when the dialogue is, pranking or making fun of other individuals on the show, and they got these quick one-liners and they're put-downs, and it's at somebody else's expense. And to me, I watch that and I go, that's what kind of message is that sending? And I'm a parent, I have 4 kids, and when you watch the writing in this show, it's about supporting one another. It's about bringing people up. It's great, yeah. I mean, that's what I want my kids to watch. That's what I think everybody should do. So I think it's wonderful. I'm so happy to see that something that's so positive is still popular with people, because that gives me a lot of hope.
And I think for me, it's it's the sort of it's wonderful strange, because it's like just riding this beautiful wave, and we get to ride it with you. And I've never seen a fandom before that the company Hasbro actually hears you, and you find a background character interesting, and the next thing you know, there's more of that character, or that they take what you like and they expand it. Mm-hmm. I mean, but the weird thing for me is that I honestly feel this way, and I think everybody here does. You guys are no different from us. We just got lucky doing this. I mean, we're doing what we do. We're committed to what we do, and there's a difference to that. But I mean, we're all people, so each of you will have talents where you'll excel in, whether that is being a people person or having a trade or whatever it is. So to me, I find it strange that we're kind of up here when, you guys kind of should be up here too with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you're no, I really mean that. I mean, we're just riding a wave, and we work hard, it's true, but the funny thing is, when you're talking about our families, I think when it gets to the point when you start telling them that you're doing fruits and vegetables and oysters characters, they're like, what? And they're just like, okay, that's great. Glad you're having a good time. So it's...
My uncle used to ask me when I was getting a job.
My family just thinks as long as I'm having fun and doing what I love, and I love that. Yeah. That's support. That's the best support you can offer anybody, is just to say, are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time? Do you love what you do? And to keep doing that. That's the best way to be as a family member, I would say.
Excited to go to work.
Yeah, when you're excited to go to work, exactly. You should be able to, everybody in the world should be able to do what they love to do for work. And, that doesn't happen every day. We're just really lucky.
Yeah, we definitely are very fortunate, and we're very grateful. And we're very grateful for you guys, big time. So thank you for coming and supporting the show.
We can't work if there's no one to watch what we're doing.
It's true that.
You're being very unfluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Ready yourselves. All right. I got a weird question for you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, yeah. Do you have a weird hobby? And if you do you think the character you voice would enjoy it?
I have a weird hobby.
A weird hobby.
Weird hobby?
Weird hobby?
I have a
That's
weird hobby.
relative, isn't it?
I want to hear Maryke's weird hobby.
Yeah, go
What's
for
your
it.
weird hobby,
What is it?
Maryke?
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
I know.
I collect Canadian loonies, toonies, and quarters that are the unique ones. So, for example, for the Olympics that were in Vancouver 2010, one of my life dreams fulfilled, they had coins. And so I basically look like a tourist in Canada constantly. Because whenever I'm counting out change to pay for a cup of tea or whatever it is I'm buying at the store, I look at every quarter before I give it to the guy. I look at every loonie before I give it to the guy. I look at every toonie before I give it to the guy because I feel that...
Okay, that's weird. No, okay.
It is kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Would Gilda like that? Would Gilda do it? Would Gilda incorporate that into her world?
No, because Gilda would, no. Maybe she'd just keep all the quarters and the toonies and the loonies
Keep them
for
all.
herself, but she'd be like, you're such a dweeb.
I think
That's what I think. That's what I
Twilight
think
would
she'd
do
think.
that. Hey? Would Twilight do that?
Collect quarters and stuff?
What do you guys think?
sure.
You think so?
Totally.
Yeah.
There's no way she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my weird hobby.
That's a great hobby.
That's a good one.
Plus you can get rich with it. You guys have that?
Cathy, what about you? Any weird hobbies?
Weird hobbies. I don't.
Or any maybe not weird hobbies?
Well,
Like,
I don't
for,
get-
I don't know, sports? Do you like sports?
well, no. I mean, she's the sports girl. I love sports. What I'm really good at, which is bizarre, is ping pong. I really am. I love ping pong. I don't play it much, but I seem to do well at it. So next time there's a con, if there's a table up there, I'll take you.
I think
Okay, for charity, you have a ping pong tournament.
I can see Spike being good at ping pong.
I could too. He's so cute.
Yeah,
I use his tail.
That's the other part of the question. That's a good one. Yeah.
That would be
I kind of see him as a soccer guy, but ping pong, yeah, I guess he could do that. Do you think? Yeah. Is he fast enough? Is he quick enough? Pinkie Pie would do that. Pinkie Pie.
She could play herself.
Yeah.
She would.
That's right.
And to do that, she'd actually go off the edge of the screen and come back on the other side of the screen.
Or go through it. No, I meant like in a Zen kind of way.
Oh, I thought you meant violently.
What about you, Mike?
Her pinky sense.
Well, it's funny that she talked about coins because I don't, yeah. I'll be going through my change and go, oh wow, I haven't seen that one before. Because I used to, when I was a kid, I had a stamp collection. I used to collect coins too.
Yeah.
And then, and I've always sort of loved to collect things that, to me, are like seem to appear to be rare or something I haven't seen before. And in the UK, when I was growing up, they used to, at service stations, they used to have like, if your dad filled up or your mom filled up, they would get a coin, and you got this little placard thing and you stick the coins in it and you collect them.
Oh, yeah,
I was a kid. I collected them. I had all kinds, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny when you said it, I went, wow, that's somebody else who's a member of my tribe who does the same thing. But I do. It's cool.
I don't want to say I don't think it's weird, but when I have time, I like to knit and crochet.
That's cool.
But totally. I mean, it's not a weird. I wouldn't say it's a weird hobby. I think a lot of people do that.
Would Sunset Shimmer do that?
Hell no.
But can everybody see bulk biceps collecting coins? I can.
You could totally see him in his like den at night, like.
I got a full set! This one's cool! This is totally cool! Coolest coin ever!
Don't let us just go. We'll just kind of ramble
Yeah.
forever. That's funny.
Rambling. Remember, we need a banjo now.
So,
Okay.
on our show, our favorite show, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's My Little Pony.
Friendship is magic.
We've seen griffins and dragons and horses and
bunnies.
all the different types of ponies. Do you think you would have a favorite animal that you would like to voice on the show if given the opportunity? A camel or
There's too many awesome ones already. I mean, can you think of one?
I would love to turn my cat into a cartoon character. And Cathy knows my cat. You might have to clear the room for her.
Yep.
She's not the nicest of felines.
Tell them what her name is.
Grr.
Maybe that's why she's not happy.
She sure isn't happy with me, that's for sure.
So that would be my animal.
kind of like an opalescence?
It's hard to pick that because there are so many awesome ones already. You know, so
Yeah, and a cat's not really that unique, but
well, no, but I mean, there's like what is some? You know, I mean, like
Yeah,
what is Gilda? What kind of?
she's a half eagle, half
See, then you got your discords, and what do you do with that? Like,
Yeah.
How do you top that?
you know, like I can't pick one.
Sea pony.
Sea bunnies.
Sea ponies.
How about sea monkeys?
I like sea ponies. Yeah.
They're so beautiful too, seahorses.
Yeah.
Yeah, seahorses.
That's a great idea.
Awesome answer.
That's a great
Sea
one.
ponies.
I'm gonna just say that.
Come on.
Sea ponies.
Come on, Hasbro.
Sea ponies, Hasbro.
Sea ponies. It's an awesome idea.
That's great. Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Good one. Yeah.
Or what if some like, what if some portal kind of broke down partway through, and then we had like centaur ponies that were Equestria girls and ponies.
I would love to see Spike come up against exotic dragonfly. Wouldn't you?
Really big dragonfly.
What's that? Man, it flies. Is it a Pegasus?
Dragonfly? What?
That's cute.
All right, I think we're gonna open up the mic now for questions. For any questions you have, we have a mic here, and if you guys want to form a line just on the outside, kind of going in front of the
Callum?
speakers and in front of the stage. So just line up.
Kaylin will help you.
We would love it if you'd let the younger
Hi,
ones
Gwyneth.
ask questions first.
The little girl with the
Slow that down. Get it back later.
the one with the black. That's Gwyneth. Famous. The one that was here yesterday. Gwyneth.
No, that's good.
Actually, if we could get the line to move further around so the people in that far row can still see the stage.
Oh, like out the side.
Yeah, out the side.
That's gonna be hard to do.
Wow.
Do that?
Okay, we're going to have
your
to
order,
do
guys.
you guys quickly.
All right.
So only one answer each.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you normally do it, Kathy?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll look around.
Hi.
Hi, Gwyneth.
There you go.
Hi.
How you doing?
What would be your favorite background character?
Favorite background character?
Yes.
To someone in particular or to all of us?
To all of us. To all of you.
Favorite background though?
I don't know her name, but the girl with the beret. What's her name? Does she have a name?
Album?
What?
Who is it?
The girl with the beret on her head. She's got a bob and a beret.
I don't know.
She doesn't have a name yet? Why doesn't she have a name? For the love of the bob?
Name her right now.
Okay, Bonnie. So that's my favorite background character. The gal with the little tam on the side of her head. I think she's very French. She's very cute.
Well, derpy, but that's different now.
Oh, yeah. Julie's funny.
Coco Pamel. I'm prejudiced.
Octavia.
Next question.
Thank you. What's yours?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say Applejack. Because
We have a theme starting here. A meme. You have a meme.
Survey yesterday.
Thank you very much for your question. I like your ears.
Thank you. Thanks, Gwyneth. If you try to hurt me, I'll go nightmare moon on you. I didn't hear.
Next, please.
He's screaming. Yeah, they told him.
Hello.
Hello.
This question is for Cathy. How do you get the Spike accent?
What do you mean? I don't got no accent. This is... My name's Cathy. What are you talking about?
Very quickly, women and girls can do boy voices. Some, depending on your range, if you have a little bit of a lower range, then what I do is, or I can teach, is that you can start off with a ha, 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 ha,
Hey, look, I got a letter.
kind of like that. Thank you.
That's a great answer, Cathy.
Oh, is that a spike?
Excellent.
Sorry to interrupt the Q&A. I've just been informed that there are still some foals toward the back of the line. Could they please come up to the front?
Bring up the kids.
At Everfree, we'd like to say a rules first, children first kind of policy.
Offer them up for sacrifice. I mean questions.
Is that another Spike I see?
Yep.
Love your outfit.
So cute.
I could have used it yesterday in the hotel room. It was so cold in there.
That Spike there has a disembodied voice.
We should get Kaylin to ask.
Does our tech at the back have control over the monitors?
I know.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Hello. My question's for Cathy again.
That's because you're wearing a Spike uniform.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cute.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
So,
That's really good.
what was your reaction when they told you were gonna play Spike the dragon?
What was my reaction when I found out I was going to play Spike?
Awesome!
I was pretty happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, I just want to say, while he's doing that, it is so great to see all of you, so many more parents, so many people from everywhere, mixing and mingling together. We're thrilled to see you all. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's you guys that make this con happen. All you showing up. I want to hear another yeah.
Okay, Rebecca.
Let's practice. We should
Mike,
each
that's
do
like
it.
an
Yeah.
So
amazing power you
Rebecca
have.
and Maryke and I are going to try that. Ready, you guys?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I had to do the arm thing.
Not quite the same.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yoda. Ouch. Ouch. Yoda, E.T. go home. E.T. go home. Ouch.
Okay, so this is.
Yeah. Do we have a question? Question? Question?
All the microphones and the guest mic.
Hello.
The questions.
Hi.
How you doing?
We can hear you.
I'm fine.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question is that I was picked as a guest of the Cutie Marks of Voice Acting, if you remember that. I think you... Okay. Anyway, and I was wondering if one day I could maybe go into Hasbro someday, you might think?
Into the which someday?
Into Hasbro. Hasbro.
Go to see Hasbro?
We have a young voice actor here.
Well, Hasbro might be hearing this at some point, so you never know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Hasbro has a tour?
And
I don't know.
also have a compliment for Gilda.
Yes.
You did a great job on that.
Thank you. Aw, thanks, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
This question is for Cathy. I know that you played Nier in Death Note. What was that like?
It's true.
Somebody's mind
It's
is
in the
going.
comic book.
Well, first of all, it started kind of like this. It was really interesting. It was for me, one of my most exciting roles because I got to play a genius boy who struggled between being so smart and really still needing to have a childhood. So for me, that was really cool to try to mix that two together. Yeah, thank you.
Great question.
Alrighty.
My question is, what are you all planning after you're finished with the series?
Well, our work kind of is continuous. So sometimes a show ends and then another one has started a couple of weeks before that one ends. So my goal is to just keep working, doing different cartoons. Hopefully continues to be work coming to Vancouver and that we have an opportunity to be in those shows or cartoons or whatever it is. That's for me.
You guys do, multiple shows at once. You're working all the time for all sorts of different projects. So.
Yeah, video games too.
And there's really no
TV
ending.
commercials.
And I don't know about these guys, but I do other jobs too. Like I sing on the weekends with bands and things like that. Like I don't always there's not constant work doing My Little Pony. Mm-hmm. For me, as a singer, I only get called in maybe twice a year.
And Gilda was only
That's not a lot of work. So,
Yeah.
So, but it's great work when I get it, but you have to keep overlapping everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.
And you look beautiful.
Yeah, I like your dress.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
I have a question for all of you. If you all magically right now just became ponies, what do you think your cutie marks would be?
What do we think our what?
Your cutie marks would be.
Our cutie marks.
I know mine.
Oh.
As people or our characters, did you say?
If each of us became a pony.
If you suddenly became a pony, what would your cutie mark be? Well, We Are Borg, so my cutie mark would probably be a Borg cube.
Was what?
A Borg cube from Star Trek.
Mine would be a Toronto Raptor for sure.
What?
A Toronto Raptor. Does anybody know what that is? Brad does. We're co-fans. Go Raptors. It's the Toronto. It's the Toronto NBA franchise, and I'm obsessed.
A chocolate bar, a ping pong ball, or a beach.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm not sure, but
I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, so mine would be a TARDIS.
That was a no-brainer for me.
I have
a music note.
Knitting needles.
music note.
Yeah.
I think just maybe like an old school microphone, like one of those 50, like
Yeah.
a Shure 55. The
Thank
old,
you. That was a great
old Elvis
question.
Those
microphone.
ribbon mics.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a good question.
Hey, look at you. That's cool.
Hey.
Lick your wings.
What's it like to play a villain character? Because I know I know people who don't like the villains. So what's that like?
Villains are so much fun, don't you think?
Sometimes it's hard to play a villain, but villains are great because they're really conflicted. There's a lot of struggle going on for a villain, so you have to dig. For me, I'm a really happy person, so I have to go to my darker places.
So it can be, sometimes it can be challenging, you know,
You have
to
to
be
find
meaner
something that
and
you
meaner
like
and
about
meaner
them,
or whatever. Yeah, and you have to find something that they like about their meanness too.
Which just sounds odd, but there has to be something about the villain that you're drawn to that makes them. Because a lot of
relate
times,
to
like,
them.
especially in animation, they get in their own way all the time. Like when I played Cobra Commander, he was like had way too much time and way too much money and way too many toys, and wanted everything just right now. He was like a spoiled child, and it kind of made him fun that way. You know, he's just because he doesn't really present like a huge threat. You know what I mean? He's like, you know that something's gonna go wrong. He won't go where he wants to go. He'll be at the end of the show going, "Oh, for crying out loud, what happened this time?" I'll be okay. It's been slow at Cobra lately.
For me, playing a villain, you just can't apologize for their behavior.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
Are you talking about a certain villain?
You know, the minute that you start to kind of, as a person, like, think, oh, that's not very nice. You're done for. You just got to go for it. You got to do it. You got to do what's in the script and motivate yourself towards that, whatever that goal is for that character. So that's my personal feeling about it. Just you do it.
You got to be a little bit evil.
Well, I think it's true. Like, I did Ravis and Stormhawks, but I don't seem to do a lot of the evil ones as much as maybe others do. But it's also when we get the character and we see the picture of the character, it helps us to get into the mode, even through the stance, to get our character, our voice placement, and become that character, as opposed to Mike or Maryke or Rebecca being themselves and trying to put on qualities. You need to become it. You need to be it.
Yeah.
So that helps us too.
How was that for an answer?
It was good. Thank you.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Scott is Scottish.
And I like your kilt, by the way.
Kilt, by the way.
Nice plain like a kilt.
That's right.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Have you ever played any video games? All of you, have you ever played any video games? Like, for example, like Miss Pac-Man, is the arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
I like Galaga.
Oh, Galaga's my favorite.
That's cool.
My favorite. But I'm not a video game person.
Bejeweled.
I'm not a huge video game person. I voiced a few video games, but I think when I was a little tyke, I would whip into the bowling alley and play pinball machines once in a while. That's what I enjoyed. The old school.
I'm old school too. I'm actually a retro fan of video games.
Oh, it's very
Cool.
Yeah. Excellent. Fun. I keep coming back to BioShock all the time because I love the environment. It's so cool. It's funny, I play all these other games that I just love sitting late at night, being immersed in, rapture. It's awesome. It's a great place to hang out.
How does your wife feel about that, Mike?
Is that weird? I'm sorry. But the old soundtracks and all, it's awesome. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm not a huge gamer, but I enjoy gaming a lot, yeah.
I used to be a huge Tetris fan. I love Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris is cool.
And Dr. Mario, does anybody remember that?
Oh, Mario! That's awesome. That never gets old.
But I'm so busy lately that I've just uploaded a few games for my kids. So when nobody's looking, I play Candy Mania, and that's just kind of like a make things
cool
fall. It's
too.
kind of like a Tetris. So I get caught playing Candy Mania occasionally.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Yes,
question.
thank you.
Bravo.
Awesome.
Here comes a pawn.
This is a question for Twilight. What was your favorite song singing as Twilight?
Oh, that is a really good question.
Oh, that's a good one.
There are so many good songs.
Yeah.
Today, my favorite song is I really loved performing Morning in Ponyville. That was such a fun one. But they're all good. I love them all. I love singing them all.
Sing the last line for us, can you? For me, and for you, and for you. Do you know?
I don't know.
Somebody sing me the last line.
Somebody sing the last line.
Do you guys
Last
know?
line of Morning in Ponyville.
Does anyone know? Never mind.
Everything's gonna be fine.
That everything is certainly fine.
There was a lot of songs in that episode.
I was just wondering, what would you guys think if Canterlot High went through the portal to Ponyville?
What, like all of them? Just the whole high school or the building?
Yep.
There'd be one heck of a basketball competition.
Yeah.
Space Jam.
I think it'd be awesome. What?
Pony Space Jam.
Catch-A-Lot High seems like a pretty big city kind of school. It would be all of a sudden like taking a whole city practically and plunking it in the middle of, of Equestria. That would be pretty intense.
That's
Clash of the Classes.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I got to think about that for a couple days.
Yeah.
Start wearing cologne.
Yeah.
High School Musical. That's
Good
perfect.
call. Good call.
Maryke just said Spike would start wearing cologne.
That's all.
He would, as long as Rarity.
You mentioned that at one point that you were a actor / actress in a game. What would some of those games be?
Oh, video games, I think, Cathy.
Or did you forget? If it's fun.
Oh, which ones did I do?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was a while back. Like 007 Sledstorm, 007 Racing, Cyberjack, like oldies. I haven't done one in well, no, I did. There was I'm jamming.
The thing.
Play?
Face Smasher or something. Facebreaker. Facebreaker at EA?
It was EA. Yes.
It was Facebreaker.
There was one called Facebreaker, and there was another one called EA Play or EA Games, and it was like there were several of them, and I did multi-voicing for all kinds of games, but it was like a big play thing, like a big schoolyard.
EA Play.
EA Play.
I think that's what it's
Play.
called.
Yeah, so lots of voices for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
I like your shades.
Yeah, you got cool shades.
Cool shades.
Man. Cool shades. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Who do we have next? That's a wonderful cosplay.
That's beautiful, your costume.
Pretty.
Beautiful.
So, what was your favorite part about voicing your character in this show? In the,
Yep.
if that makes sense.
I think it's, for me, for Spike, I'm always excited to see what the heck he's going to get into next, or what they're going to do to the poor guy. And as an actor, it's really fun to play, because I got to get nervous and weirded out, or have bravado, and then there's Rarity, and
I would imagine.
for me, it's fun that way, waiting to see what's coming up next.
Playing Gilda, Gilda's favorite part probably was making Fluttershy cry. And as an actor, when I did that, I thought, this is not going to go over well.
I'd be worried about Discord now. Yeah, right.
And Bulk Biceps, he's just not thinking when he leaps in. He's just like, yeah, what's going on?
He's just not
He just
thinking.
shows up. Yeah. But when you watch it back, like when you watch the episodes, he makes you laugh, right? He just which is fun. He's good comic relief. Everybody's reactions to him when he shows up just out of nowhere, and there's nothing subtle about him. That's right. Yeah, but he's always in a good mood. That's what I love about him. He's like, he's a happy guy. Yeah.
I would have to say for Sunset Shimmer in Equestria Girls was her breakthrough at the end when she was finally defeated. When we're acting in the session, there was a lot of demons screaming and yelling and stuff leading up to this point, and then I got to and it can be physically really exhausting to do all that work. And then as we get to the end of the script, and she kind of crumbles, and I kind of did too. It was very cathartic. That was my favorite part about playing Sunset Shimmer. She sort of lets it all go and just admits she doesn't know any other way, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There's a cute.
Here you are.
I like your costume.
Yeah, it's cool.
Looks cozy.
I wish I would be wearing it. It's cool.
So here's my question. Would you like to live in the worlds that the characters you play live in?
Oh, that's a good question.
Equestria would be awesome, wouldn't it?
No, because they don't eat.
That's true.
Maybe Pinkie Pie eats a little bit, but they never sit down and have a good solid meal.
Too many sweets.
Well, there's apples.
I like our world better.
Or apples.
Yeah, background pony makes apples. She eats those all
You've
the
eaten
time.
apples till the cows come home.
That's my answer.
That's a good question, isn't it?
No, when I was Nappa in Dragon Ball Z, I thought that world was kind of cool.
I mean, I would like.
It was cool being a Saiyan.
I think it'd be awesome to go. No, it'd be awesome to go into that land because why do we watch it? Because it makes us feel good, right?
Yeah.
And it promotes friendship and it's happy feeling, and you just want more and more and more of it. So I would love to have it right there as a little door in my house, and if I'm having a kind of a rough day, I think I'd just go in there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
So I do.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Little mirror.
Oh, true.
We're on Pony Feud
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, like that. Good question.
Yeah, it's going towards the speakers. That's why there's. It's because it's
feedback.
Turn that mic down just a little.
Hello.
If you could make any episode of Melody, what would it be about?
If you could make your own episode, what would it be about? It's probably a tough one.
Sunset Shimmer would show up in Ponyville. Hello.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I think Spike and Fluttershy would be great little brothers and sisters. Wouldn't they? I think they would be really good little buddies. So a show about them together, discovering that there would be a good brother or sister to each other. Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
I think it would be cool if we got all the villains together and did a big battle royale.
And then Fluttershy comes in and breaks them all down.
Gives them the stare.
And then they play a pickup game of basketball.
It's called intervention. The episode's called Intervention.
Right. Great question.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Love your hat.
Yeah.
What is your favorite pony?
Dum dum dum.
Fluttershy.
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 Fluttershy, because she always likes to say, yay.
I can't do it like Andrea. No one can.
Well, I think Twilight.
We have the same cat.
You know what? I have to say, though, this has morphed. Like, if Andrea were sitting beside me, she would yell out before me, Fluttershy, knowing that about me. But honestly, I am becoming a real Pinkie fan. Do you know why? Because when everything gets too much, you just kind of she's just in there going, bleh, and you're like, yeah, what's the big deal, right? Or whatever, or there's a tough spot to get out of, and then she just uses her Pinkie sense, and you just feel like you should just go through the wall and it'd be fine. It's random, let's not worry about it-ness.
Yeah.
And I like that. So Pinkie, she's fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have fun. All right, the Fez.
Yeah. It's
Okay, so do you think that the mayor should have more screen time?
Absolutely. As the mayor of Equestria, as the mayor of Everfree Northwest, I was told that I could take some votes today. I think she should have a little bit more airtime, but you never know, she just might.
Thank you.
And I don't know, but it would be nice.
If you could change anything about your character, what would it be?
If you could, pardon? Can you say that one more time? If you could
change anything about your character, what would it be?
Change something about your character.
I'd paint Gilda's talons.
Would they be black?
I'd like bigger wings.
It'd be black.
Just saying.
I don't know if I would change much about Spike. I like him kind of naive and himself. Yeah. Well, okay, have him grow up so he could have a mustache and maybe get one little date with Veridian. Just a fun one, you know. That's all.
Sounds like wants a bigger closet.
Hairspray.
Thank you.
I'm kind of hesitant asking this, but what was the weirdest thing a fan made you sign?
Of what sort?
What is the weirdest
thing a fan made you sign?
Oh, I know that
fan
one.
made you sign?
Well, weirdest. I guess his forehead.
Yeah.
That counts.
I know.
That's pretty good.
I know Peter New was asked to sign a cheeseburger, a Big Mac.
He said Peter New got asked to sign his cheeseburger.
Yes, Peter New got asked to sign.
Charity auctioned off. There you go.
That's funny and gross.
All right.
Yeah.
What?
Someone's
Mine
forehead
was the
for me.
weirdest. Have you signed something really weird?
I haven't signed anything weird. Don't start.
You can use your imagination or not. Yeah.
Thank you.
Forehead.
Okay.
No.
I got nothing.
Again.
It's not been weird.
Yeah.
Not been weird at all. Everybody's been very respectful and kind. Thank you very much. But it is hard to sign on felt. I just learned that today.
It is.
It's hard to sign on felt.
Yeah.
Or tiny little baby spike heads.
Yes.
But I can do it.
And flanks are challenging, but not weird.
Yeah.
I think
Like when
I
somebody
think that's
hands me a
weird.
pony and says, "Can you sign this?" Especially if it's one of the
Yeah.
miniature ones, it's like, "I'll try."
Thankfully, no one has tried to
I'll
sign
do it.
our own flanks. That would not happen.
Ruined my jeans. It's okay, Kaylin. It's okay.
Don't worry, be
Don't worry.
fluffy. Don't worry, be fluffy.
Be fluffy.
Sure.
So we have a fan here who wants to ask Cathy if she could read a passage from an official book. It's this.
If I could read a passage from something?
It's a passage by
Spike's
Spike.
journal.
It's a passage from Spike's journal.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I might need glasses. Oh, I'll just do it like this.
Do you want me to read it to you? Yours? No, I don't have reading glasses.
Okay, let's see if I can see it.
Dear diary, my instinct is always to nurture those in need. I feel the urge to help others when they're in a bad situation, especially the cutest of creatures. Telling some pony no seems so what? Seems so mean. Goes against my nature. And feels like it's the opposite of my element of kindness, which I think actually is nobility. Anyway, my experiences with the Breezies have helped me to see that kindness can take many forms. Sometimes being too kind can actually keep a friend from doing what they need to do. Pushing them away may seem cruel, but it is sometimes the kindest thing you can do. The end.
You saw most of it.
Yeah, most of it. Thank you. Give me that. Give me that. It was.
Kathy and I have the opposite eyes. I can't see out there.
But isn't it funny how that was a Fluttershy passage? And isn't it funny because I said I think that he and Fluttershy would be very sweet brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, it's true.
There's something, a commonality in there. Anyway. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So we've had some really interesting guest voices on the show, from Mr. Delancey's role as Discord to Weird Al as Cheese Sandwich, which was really awesome. But I would want to know personally, if you could have someone, anyone, guest voice on the show, who would it be?
Oh, Lady Gaga. I think she'd be rad.
I think she would. I don't know. I think she would be related to Discord, don't you? Maybe with a costume.
Oh. She's a good singer too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
How about Pink?
Oh, I like her.
Because of the pink and the
Pink. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I love you, Maryke.
That's a really good question.
Cool. Oh, you're still. I'm sorry, Mike.
Oh, it's
Not Justin Bieber.
Thinking.
Or Justin Bieber.
I'm trying to think of his name, but it's not coming to me right now. But this is what he sounds like.
Sam Neill?
No, Sam Neill, no. Shawshank Redemption. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Are you talking about Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah. Oh, did you think Morgan Freeman?
And that would mean we could have a penguin in the show.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Martin. A penguin! That'd be a great friend for me.
I just love his voice. He's got a great voice.
The best voice in the world.
Or Donald Sutherland.
President Obama.
Love your suit.
Thank you.
I'd have a good discussion with Mr. Obama if he came into Ponyville. Boy, we would have a talk.
That'd be cool.
So my question is by some miracle, if you were able to spend a day or a week with your characters, what would you do?
Wake up, man!
Yeah, I don't know.
Learn to fly nicely.
And learn to fly, yeah.
Nice.
Flying would be awesome.
Flying would be awesome.
Yeah.
Would Gilda
Take
be?
Spike out of Ponyville and go digging for gemstones.
I'd sit with Sunset Shimmer and we'd do some yoga and we'd meditate.
I would love to play with her hair. It would be so awesome.
And brush each other's hair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Good question.
Thanks, Freddie. That was a good question, yeah.
Howdy.
Wondering where the mic is. Okay. If you guys did not get your role in the show, where do you guys think you would have ended up otherwise?
If we did a different role, sorry?
Yes.
If we did a different role or never the show at all?
Not the show. Where would you have liked to end up?
We wouldn't be here at Everfree Northwest.
Yeah, that would be sad. Yes.
I didn't hear you. If you didn't do the show, like, how would your life be different? Like, where would you be now, kind of thing?
There wouldn't be as much magic. And we would not have met you guys.
Yeah, having the fun that we're having
so
this
it would
weekend.
be it would be way more than 20% less cool.
I agree with Cathy. Yeah. A little darker. That's what my life would be.
A lot darker.
Lewis Pet Shop would probably be the hottest show.
Just look around and you will see.
So, it can get really crazy voice acting in the studio. Do you have any favorite behind the scenes moments?
Oh. That we can talk about?
I mean, I've been hit multiple times.
You deserved it too.
I did deserve it. Like people flailing their arms around and smacking you or smacking...
Like Pinkie Pie?
There are certain actors that have been known to be flailers, and I think I might be getting into that zone, but like somebody like Trevor Duvall, right?
Yeah,
He'll always have a free mic beside him.
Yeah, Andrew Francis is the
just
same.
in case, because he and I are from the same ilk. We do this sort of thing talk with our hands, and you know, you get excited, and it's just a certain form of how your voice comes out in a different way. You just let your body fly, and it can be dangerous, yeah. Or stand hitting. Some people really hit their stand.
I've hit my
hard,
stand
like a
at
metal
times it
stand. That really hurts.
I have amazing theater stories.
I like
Amazing.
theater.
Oh, yeah.
It's always interesting to watch actors stunt belch.
Ah.
Yeah, there's that one that goes around the room.
I can stunt belch for people.
Can you?
Yeah.
And stunt scream for people.
You heard the Gary Chocolate.
I've stunt screamed for Cathy before, haven't I?
Did you?
Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's okay. I love screaming, the B-movie scream.
Oh, yeah.
One of those.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You know, like you see a woman in a black and white movie in the corner, like, just like.
One of the most spontaneous things, I would say, if there was a background thing, is that I think it was last year in the middle of the summer, the Cutie Crusaders were in the show, or whenever we recorded, I don't even remember now, but it wasn't the season, and we just started all singing Christmas carols.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great screen. It's a great screen.
Hate to be that guy, but we have about 10 minutes left in the panel, and I believe you only have time for about 3 more questions. So,
Be fast.
My question is for Rebecca. I was wondering, what was it like voicing an antagonistic foil for the character you do the singing for?
Well, you know, during the recording session, we don't, or for the actual acting, we don't do the singing part. So I wasn't as confused as I was when I saw it. So I was able to maintain focus and just be sunset when I was in the studio, and then and note that, oh yeah, there's a song here that I will have sung. But then Cathy and I saw the movie together for the first time, and I was just like, whoa.
Nelly.
Whoa. Okay, well, I'm a scary demon. That was.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I am an up-and-coming actor. I've been in one play already, and I need some tips to get into the acting world.
You mean on camera, theater, voice acting?
Theater.
Go to as many auditions as you can.
Yeah.
And take a lot of classes. Yes. Take as many classes as you can. All forms of arts, like dancing, singing, acting, all of it. Do it all. Study.
Do general auditions too.
What?
Do general auditions for different theater companies, where there'll be, you know, an artistic director who's auditioning for the entire season, not specifically necessarily for plays, but for their season.
Right.
Great suggestion.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Good luck. Break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg.
Yeah.
Break a huff. Hey, what's up, man?
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Are you one of my cousins, like once removed or something?
With a cool hat.
Okay, so I had 2 questions in mind, but I had to narrow it down to one. For both Cathy and, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, Maryke.
Like that.
Since you play Garcia in Black Lagoon and Revy, I was wondering if they were sent to Equestria, how would they react?
Oh boy.
I would still be looking for her.
Yeah.
Pining for her. Isn't that a strange theme? My boys pine for people.
Yeah, it's interesting. Mine shoot people. And
I think I would be healed. I think I would feel relief, because it's such a healing, loving, magical place. There'd be acceptance and lots of friends.
And about Revy?
Yeah, I think Revy would relax a little bit. Maybe she'd kick back and have some apple cider and just calm down. If any of you ever seen that show, it's not for young people.
They were actually playing in on Toonami.
They are, yeah. I've had a couple people tweet me about that. It's going pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I really like this show.
Thank you.
Show so much.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Is this our last question?
Our last question, I guess?
Well, we've got...
Is it?
Well, it's just the...
Hi there.
Yeah, I think it's our last question.
Talk to the microphone.
Oh, is that what that means?
Hello.
Hello.
So this is more of a request than a question. So I know, Cathy, before at a previous convention, you've mentioned that you've done the role of a drain pipe. So I was wondering if from each of you, we could get your best drain pipe voice and then end with Cathy to show them how it's done.
And end with what?
End with me to show you how it's done.
Oh!
You're going to scare me.
Like a drain pipe? Drain pipe?
A drain pipe.
Like that comes down?
Yes.
What kind of show
That was spiking.
So actually voicing a personified drain pipe.
Drain
Okay.
pipe.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a role I played.
Did you?
Yes.
So we're following your lead.
No, I'm ending with it. It's you have to do what you think it would be.
Okay.
A drain pipe. The sound of a drain pipe.
Sound of a drain.
Okay. Sound of a drain pipe.
I know what I mean.
No
Just
words.
sound, no words?
No words.
Oh, I thought it was a personification. That's
No.
no fun. Maryke is drooling.
There you go.
I love it. That's good. That's great.
I'm flicking my face.
That's awesome.
Oh, I can't do it because I'm laughing. Okay. No, seriously, give it. I can get the part. I know I can. This role is mine.
Okay, Rebecca, this is take one. Yeah, we're...
Yeah. Okay. Done.
We try again. What, take two?
Fired. I'm so fired. Okay, Cathy, show us how it's done.
Okay, let's see, Cathy.
I have one other thing I want to do after that because you guys are awesome, and I thought of one other. Anyway, here's the drain pipe. It has a personality. Okay. Drinking water. I'll bet you all of us can do this. Can you guys? Filling it up. Can you do it? The end.
I'm still trying to do it. I'm still trying.
You're still trying to.
There you go.
You'd have to really crank the mic up to get that one, you know? That's okay.
Thank you so
It'll
much.
go away.
Thank you.
Thanks for the questions. That was fun.
All right.
See how weird we are?
I believe that was the last question, but we have a gentleman who wants to present a gift to Cathy.
Leatherneck.
Nice.
Yes, this is a gift from Dad Tax Pony. It's made by Silver Slinger. It is a pendant of Coco Pamel.
You rock, Leatherneck.
I want to see. Can I see? Let's see.
It's a beautiful hat. Thank you so much.
Let's see.
You will get
Now-
a hug later.
I think we have someone here to meet us.
Oh.
And I think
Somebody
Big
getting
Mac.
this on film? Somebody must be getting this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's cool.
Gilda.
It's a Coco Pamel. It's a Coco
It's Gilda!
Awesome. That is so great.
Rainbow Dash is trying to take her down.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. He can't get up, or she can't get up.
She can't get up.
Hi.
Wow.
That is fantastic. You look That is awesome. Beautiful. That's so cool.
Man, this is awesome! Go ahead.
This guy.
Come on, hug this guy. I want Maryke to get a picture hugging you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause to our voice actors.
Great questions, you guys.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.